Do you really want honesty? So the Let's Get Honest campaign is something that I think has been an amazing platform, and thanks to the people who've created it. Last year I did a video and I talked about food addiction and binge eating, and I can tell you that I never ever thought I would post that on LinkedIn as a platform. And what's interesting is that I did because, number one, I value truthfulness. I think it's really important, but also it's a part of my life. It affects me. It's relevant. It's part of my professional life, what I deal with when it comes to food and eating. So this time what I want to do is I want to share some things that I may have alluded to before, but a few things I've actually never ever talked about before. And I'm going to give you three main areas that for me personally are a challenge, but I think again that you may find them relatable, and I share because I think it might resonate with somebody. I think because these are things that we often think about but we don't want to let people know. And so it's important for us to share that stuff, and that's why this campaign is so important. And the truth is, I actually delayed this for days because I felt uncomfortable and I was doubting that maybe this is something I should talk about. But I'm going to do it now, so here it goes. So the three things that I want to talk about, the first one is what's wrong with me. So, I've been a speaker for 12 years, and I'm an avid chess player, and I love board games, and I coach people, and I run programs, and I'm fine with video. But there's a part of me that's always nagging at the back of my mind that says, what's wrong with me? And I understand the whole imposter syndrome thing. It's part of that. When I worked in brand marketing and I had trouble getting to the next level, I thought, what's wrong with me? When I worked in engineering way back in the day, because I was good at math and physics, and I wasn't able to do some of the designs as well as I could, I thought, what's wrong with me? When I struggle with food, I say, what's wrong with me? Now, this is something I think every day, even though 99% of the time I'm confident, I'm comfortable, I love my life, I'm feeling fulfilled, I'm feeling happy, I feel joy. 99% of the time it's there, but 1% of the time it's always nagging in the back of your head that what's wrong with me? Because maybe, one thing that I struggle with too is overwhelm. I have so many things going on that I get overwhelmed and I shut down. And again, I think, what's wrong with me? Why can't I handle this? Why do I say yes to everything? There's so many things that, come to play. And so that whole feeling of what's wrong with me is something that honestly I think about. I think most people think about that sometimes. And so I want to put it out there that it's there and it exists, and it's okay to feel that way. Because doubt is a really tough thing. Doubt is worse than fear, because doubt cannot motivate you. Only fear can fuel you. Fear can motivate you, but doubt cannot. So what I do is I look to my network, I look to my testimonials, I look to my support network, and I forgive myself, and I embrace another day, and I get some sleep, and I try to eat better. And these are things that are going to help me with that. The second thing that I struggle with is, am I good enough? What is my value? When I tell people my speaker fee, when I tell someone my coaching costs, when I tell someone here's what I'm going to charge an hourly rate for consulting, part of me is like, oh, am I good enough to charge that? And that's okay. I mean, I think whether you're at, $50, $500, $5,000, or $50,000, there's a little bit of doubt there sometimes. And so I wonder, am I good enough? And also, I think about the fact that, I'm doing my work and I certainly love what I'm doing. I love creating content, but then I say, well, is this video good enough? I don't know. Is it good enough? It's something I won't ever understand. So it's something that I have to struggle with and figure that out, because value is something that we all have to work on as entrepreneurs as well as career people. And one of the things I can tell you is that the moment you know your value, everyone will know your value. So it's important for you to work on your value, and that's why personal branding is so important, to build the value and try to get to a better place. And then the third thing is something kind of interesting, which I haven't really talked about. A lot of people have a fear of failure. And yeah, maybe, I don't think I have that. I don't worry about failing. I've failed many times, and I embrace that, and I know it's a learning opportunity. I think mine's a little bit more different. I think that part of me has a fear of success. So yes, I feel successful with doing a job that I love and having a great family, and I think I'm working on my health thing. But there's a fear of success. There's that great poem that says, we don't fear being adequate. We fear being powerful beyond measure. And so sometimes I wonder that if I have greater success than I have now, and let's say I become the next Simon Sinek or Tony Robbins or Brené Brown or whatever, or Vaynerchuk, people I admire and look up to, then will it change me? I often see a lot of people out there who change because they get a lot of money and they have a lot of attention, and so whether it's the fame or the followers or the money, it changes them. And I don't want to change my values of love and kindness and empathy and giving and hope and things that I really care about. So that's something that I kind of wonder, maybe that's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm going to continue each day to keep working hard and sharing value and helping people as much as I can and delivering my value and pricing the way I price and doing what I can, and you know, but again, those three things are there. They're there almost every day. But again, to be clear, most of my day is spent feeling pretty good and confident and out there and engaging and empowered and all that kind of stuff. I have my why statement, I have the people I'm doing, but they're there. You know, and I think it's okay. Sometimes we think, what's wrong with us? And you know, we're very self-critical. But again, there are ways around that, and that's what most of my videos and content are all about. We often think, am I good enough? What's my value? It's important for us to know our value so everyone knows your value. And then finally, you know, maybe I fear success. Success can change people. I've seen it happen. I've recently seen it with Elon Musk, someone I admire, but it feels like he's changed a little bit, and I don't want that to happen to me. Other people do well, like, you know, they seem to be quite fine after having that success, and I really truly value and appreciate those people. But it's just something that, it's there, you know. And this brings me back to the main thing today, which is really, it's all about mindset. The greatest journey you will have in terms of conquering your personal brand, your thought leadership, your career, your entrepreneurship, everything you're doing is your mindset. And that fits everything. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So it's important for you to think you can, do what you can, and work with the system, and get the support, come up with a vision and plan, and get to where you need to go. So that's my Let's Get Honest video for today. I hope you find this useful. I'd love for you to share below and let me know what you think about those three different areas. Maybe share your own thoughts on, you know, what you think about being honest is all about and how it's related to your professional lives. All right? Thanks so much. Talk to you guys later.